Back here, first things first. Look who's here. 11-time NBA All-Star Chris Bosh joins the show.
We had to do it.
What's up, man?
Appreciate it, man. We had to do it, man. I got so tired of this dude calling himself an expert. I said, I'm getting ready to bring in one, import a big one. 6'10", the official height.
Yeah, 6'10".
Okay.
I mean,
even with the new one, no, come on. What would the new ones be?
The new one, it'd be 6'10" still.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because these are your broadcasting shoes. You don't have to take the shoes off.
Yeah.
6'2".
Good.
Okay.
And I know he's not in yet, but no matter, I don't know what Michael Jordan would say, but Hall of Famer Chris Bosh.
On his way.
Thank you.
Yeah, Michael Jordan said ain't nobody a Hall. Steph Curry.
Well, dude's still playing in the game. Dude's still playing in the game. He ain't a Hall of Famer yet.
Okay.
Yeah, Steph Curry's got a long, nice career.
Way to go.
He can have a long
MVP.
Not a long way to go. Just a nice long career. More bodies of work to do.
All right, Chris, let's talk about the NBA season, which opens tonight. And while all eyes were focused on the Pelicans-Raptors game to see the debut of one Zion Williamson, those eyes will now need to focus elsewhere. We learned Zion's out 6 to 8 weeks with a torn meniscus, so that timetable puts him back in mid-December. Now, in 4 preseason games, Zion averaged 23 points while shooting 71% from the floor. Ooh. Chris, you concerned that injuries are going to keep Zion from reaching that superstar status? Hasn't played a game yet, might already need surgery.
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough thing. First and foremost, you want to be out there playing. We haven't seen him much on the court yet. He's had a phenomenal preseason, showing his athleticism, being with the team, getting that young group ready. But, yeah, you got to be concerned because injury we've seen injury derail many careers, and he's at that age to where he doesn't even know how to really, get his body ready for the game. This is a different beast, a different game. We haven't seen him much at the collegiate level, and we haven't seen him much at the pro level. And, knees, that's a very, very serious thing. So, he should take it easy for the next 8 weeks, get his body right, but also, learn the mechanics of the body and get that extra training and stretching and dietary and all that stuff. That's what he should work on for the next 2 months.
So much of this is really concerning for me. Also, while I don't pretend to be a medical expert, I did a lot of reading on the meniscus yesterday, and it seems like there's 2 ways to treat a meniscus injury. One is a trim, and one is to sew it.
Right.
Now, the trim gets you back on the court faster. It's more likely to lead to long-term problems.
Yep, just like any other trim.
Right.
Able to get you in
Sewing it is the way to fix it, in theory, permanently or long-term, but you're out 3 to 4 months. Oddly enough, I would be less concerned for Zion if they were saying he's out 3 to 4 months, because what this 6 to 8 weeks tells me is they're going to trim it, which could lead to even more issues long-term in his career. In fact, I think it's your teammate Dwayne Wade that said having the meniscus trimmed is what led to his long-term knee issues.
If he could do it over again, he would do it differently.
He would have had it sewn, and he would have been out. He banged knees in summer league, so we didn't get to see him play then. You mentioned he turned his ankle in college. He missed time then. And now we're not going to see him the first couple months of the season. I hate this for the player, and I hate this for the league. The NBA is so unique in this regard. Can't miss guys in the NBA, they almost never miss, unless because of injury. It is so different than baseball or football, where guys highly touted #1 overall picks. Man, sometimes in baseball, they never have a real major league career, and in football, sometimes they never pan out, right?
Yeah,
in the NBA, guys that are projected like Zion become multiple-time All-Stars, usually go on a Hall of Fame track like Chris Bosh. The only thing that I can see derailing him is injury. And he's already hurt. He's already having a surgery, Chris. It makes me anxious for him and for his future.
Well, this is what he's going to have to make up his mind to. And he doesn't know anything about the pro game. Bosh has said it before. You have to understand not only your body, how special it is. There's some special athletes playing in the NBA. Russell Westbrook, I would say, is the most athletic point guard we've ever seen. LeBron is the most athletic 3 that we've ever seen. And Zion, he's the most athletic 6'5" guy that we've seen. But Russ, last 3 preseasons, Russ has had a procedure every year with his knees. Why has Russ his play suffered? Not only his health, he can't get up and down the court, he can't explode, you can't do it as frequent, but because he don't have a jump shot. So for me, the most 2 important things become his weight, getting in the ideal playing weight, I believe is around 260 right now. Now, we have to experiment with it. He's a big-boned guy. He's got a big rear end on him, so he is not a 220 guy. If a guy came into the league and was too thin, Chris Bosh out of G-Tech, we got to put some weight on him. Zion, too big, got to take some weight off of him. We're all trying to find that right weight. The next thing becomes most important. He's got to develop a jump shot, intermediate shot, because that takes pressure off him trying to get to the hole. Where does he use his most athleticism? Trying to get past the guy and trying to finish at the rim. If you can't shoot, then it puts so much stress on the rest of your body trying to get in the lane, trying to elevate. So as we watch him develop, as we watch what is his ideal playing weight, we need to watch the fundamentals. The difference between the good players and the great ones are they don't have holes in their game. They can dribble with their left and their right. They can finish at the hole with their left and their right. Those are the things, Zion, that we should be concerned about. The knee issue, I believe, will work itself out.
But, Chris, you also have to look at this from the Pelicans' perspective. They've got this amazing new toy that everybody wanted. They're desperate to get it out there and let people come pay money to come see it. Now they have this question. Do you try to rehab it? Do you fix it and get him back in 6 to 8 weeks? Do you make him sit out even longer so he's back for the long haul? Is it the player's decision? Will he have some say in how he wants to go as far as recovery and treatment?
He does, but I think we're at a new day and age in the league where the teams are more aware. I think we've seen enough injuries derail careers, and we've seen enough injuries go from a small thing to a big thing, and ended up, just being nagging for guys for years and years. They don't do well for the organization. Organization can't sell tickets. They don't win games. I think they're going to take it very, very easily, very slowly. I mean, I remember Blake Griffin, and he missed his whole entire rookie year.
Blew out his knee.
Yeah, blew out his knee. Now, we don't know what exactly happened. Could he have played that year? I'm sure, because he's a young man. He could have recovered quickly. But in this case, I'm pretty sure that the Pelicans have everything on deck. They're outsourcing medical staff to help out with this situation. And, as long as they take it as a serious situation and make sure he heals properly, that's the most important thing.
This is where I think it's great for the Pelicans that David Griffin's the man in charge. His time horizon is not 12 months, it's 12 years. He's thinking about the long-term health of the team, and those season tickets already been sold. I mean, it's a bummer for the people who paid for them, but we remember the clip of the ticket office when they won the lottery. Like that money is already in the cash register, so to speak. I am curious, though, even though you and Zion, obviously, drastically different bodies, when he does come back, there are going to be times where he has to guard guys on the block. He's going to be undersized in that regard, but obviously he can jump out the gym. When someone, even in today's NBA, people still post up occasionally. When guys post up, where's it putting the stress on his body? Where are the pressure points there? Because we know weak side flying across the court getting a block, he can do that. But when he has to guard a guy one-on-one, especially a guy taller than him, when you had to deal with a guy who's maybe a little thicker than you, where's the pressure points on his body in that regard?
I mean, it's more so upper body. You have to have tremendous upper body strength just to be able to hold down in the post. It gets tricky when you start moving left to right. That's why the knees are so serious. We never really talk about the extremities, too much, but knees and ankles in basketball, and I'm sure football
money
too.
makers.
Yeah, you have to be able to move around. So, I implore them to just continue to stay serious. And as a young guy, he's going to want to play again. He's going to want to I'm sure he could probably dunk right now, a day after surgery. But he's going to have to take his time. They're definitely going to take their time. And they just need to make sure, like I keep saying, he heals all the way properly. And, there will be plenty of games in his career, to go forward.
And see, you were concerned about his weight, the weight while rehabbing. You know what I mean? Like the ability to stay in the right shape while he's not able to run, do the cardio, all
Welcome
those
to
things.
the pros, man.
Yeah. All you do is have time, nice restaurants, fancy cigars, fine bottles of wine.
Yeah.
All right? It's going to be tough.
Yeah.
Being
Especially
rich and
down
losing
there,
weight.
too, in Orleans.
Oh, man, them beignets.
The NBA
Dude might be
starts tonight.
That's my concern.
He might be playing with Drew Breezy.
Chris is going to join us in a little bit to preview those two games. But coming up, back to some football. Tom Brady and the Pats just traded for a new weapon. Wait till you hear who. That's next on First.
Make things easier for the Patriots. Who cares? Undefeated.
You're so
First Things First is sponsored by Ram Trucks, built to serve. Welcome in to First Things First. I'm Sarah Kustok filling in for Jenna Wolf. That's the Hall of Famer, Chris Carter. That's Nick Wright. I would say happy Friday and ask how you guys are doing,
I'm
but
gonna knock that out
I
your
think we
hands.
already know the answer.
Yeah.